So can anybody guess or try what are we going to discuss today? Maybe whatever comes to your mind, you can just say out.
Prabhu, rest part of the song.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Good try, Mataji. Good try. Wonderful. Yeah. So we were discussing Samsara Davanala. So we discussed first 4 stanzas of the Samsara Davanala song, which was written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. So that song consists of 8 stanzas, 8 slokas. Okay. So first 4 we discussed in the last session. I mean last to last session. And today we are going to discuss from 5 to 8. So anybody, how many of you have tried to learn or sing that? Maybe it's a very melodious song. Anybody? Okay. So, I request you to take some time any day, whenever you're leisure, maybe on a holiday, or maybe if you get some time at your workplace, or maybe if you come early from your workplace, any day, please try to listen this song and try to hum, learn this song, so that you will get the benediction of Guru. So it is a wonderful prayer which is composed by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura in glorifying the Guru. I mean, everybody should undergo the Guru Parampara. So if I sing for my Guru, I sing to please my Guru, and my Guru sings to please his Guru. Like that, so everybody in this Parampara sings this song to please their Gurus. Okay. So it's very, very important to learn this Gurvashtakam. So as long as we don't get the mercy of Guru, we don't get the eligibility to understand and get mercy of Krishna. Okay. So this Gurvashtaka is a wonderful composition which gives us 3 hints, okay, at a time. Okay. So first thing is what are the qualities of Guru? So how a pure, bona fide Guru, qualities are, what kind of characteristics he possesses. Okay, that's what it says. And second thing is, if you are searching for a Guru, okay, what kind of Guru you have to choose, and what kind of under which Guru you have to pursue your spiritual life. Okay. So what are the glories that are composed in this song? And those are qualities of Guru. If you find any person with those qualities, you can absolutely choose that person as your Guru. Okay. So that is the second thing. And third thing is that, it gives a important hint to all the human beings that, what we should aim for. Okay. So it may be like you may be involved in your material life. However, we all know that material things are not permanent. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Ehi sansparshaja bhoga dukkha yonya evate adi antavanta kaunteya na teshu ramate buddha. He confirms that, my dear Arjun, these material opulences, material positions, material, whatever you possess, these material things, they are not permanent. They are born out of the distress. They are born out of the miseries. Okay. They may seem like they may give you happy, they turn out to be the same material opulence will turn out to be a cause for your distress also. Like that Krishna explains. That's the reason, we have to aim for spiritual life and spiritual, association. Okay, so that's what this song hints to. Okay, so soon we'll start.
What is the number which you just recited?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
I was asking, what is the sloka number, if you remember? Can you tell? You just recited one sloka, right?
Okay, this sloka is from 5th chapter, Prabhu. 5th chapter. It is 5 point. I don't remember the exact number, but it is from 5th chapter. You can try 5.23. Yeah, you can try. You can check 5.23. It is after 5.19 only. Okay. So that's what this wonderful composition glorifying Guru hints us to. Okay, so just give me one moment. So Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam, we are learning this song, and we are also trying to understand what it means. So this session is dedicated to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is our eternal spiritual master, who guides us in all our material life and spiritual life. Okay, so this Samsara Davanala was written by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He lived between 1626 to 1708. He is the 27th Acharya in the ISKCON Parampara. So in ISKCON Parampara, we have list of Acharyas from where this Parampara comes, okay? And amongst the list, there are 37, and the Vishwanath Chakravarti takes the place of 27th Acharya. Above him, there are 26 Acharyas, and after him, there are 10 more Acharyas, okay? So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said Vishwanath Thakur was a sorry. I request anybody to read this message.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, 1626 to 1708.
Yeah.
27th Acharya in ISKCON Parampara. Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura said, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura was the protector, guardian and Acharya during the middle period, 1600 to 1700, of the historical development of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. The growth of Gaudiya Vaishnavism began with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was later rejuvenated by Srila Thakura Bhakti Vinoda, spread by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and broadcast all over the world by Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mataji. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti is one of the prominent Acharya who has taken a wonderful role in preaching, promoting the Gaudiya Vaishnavism philosophy. Gaudiya Vaishnavism philosophy started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which comes under the Guru Parampara of Dvaita Sampradaya, which is being introduced by His Holiness Madhvacharya, okay? Who Madhvacharya. So that under that parampara, this Gaudiya Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya comes into existence. Okay, so how many of you know Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj? May I see some hand raises if anybody knows. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so the parampara is like this. So our Guru Maharaj, our Acharya is Srila Prabhupada. His Guru Maharaj is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, and his Guru Maharaj is Gaura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj, and before him Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and before Gaura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinoda Thakura comes, who is the father of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. And before Bhakti Vinoda Thakur's Shikshana Guru was Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and his Guru Maharaj was Baladev Vidyabhushan, and his Guru Maharaj was Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Like that, it goes, the ladder goes up. So one day we will discuss a little bit insights about these acharyas. It is very, very important to learn something about these acharyas, because they have dedicated their life to propagate this Krishna consciousness to the material people of this Kali Yuga. Okay, without them, nobody was aware of how Radha Krishna pastimes happened. Even in Vrindavan, there were many places which were discovered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after Lord Sri Krishna, he went to his own abode, which is Goloka Vrindavana. So the Vrindavan place was just left like that. There were some, people who were practicing, but most of the places where Radha Krishna they did their pastimes, those places were uncovered. Okay, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was a prominent scholar, who was a great acharya, who is none other than the personification of Radha Krishna themselves. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are many clues in Shastras which describe that, Lord came incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so one clue is that, in Vishnu Sahasranam, it is mentioned like the Suvarna Varna Hemango, Varanga Chandana Angadi, like that it is mentioned. It is a glorification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like this, there are many clues which says that, Lord incarnates as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So under him, whoever, the parampara came, so they have given us these great scriptures which discuss about Radha Krishna, loving pastimes. Okay. So Vishwanath Thakur was one such acharya who comes under the parampara of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Radha Krishna himself. Okay. So he gave us this wonderful song. So we will. How many of you have attended the last class where we discussed 1 to 4 stanzas of this particular Vaishnava song? Okay. Okay, 3. Okay, 5. 3 of you. So rest of them haven't. 4. Okay. So those who have not attended the first class where we discussed first 4 stanzas of this Vaishnava song, I request them to listen the class regarding class of the first 4 stanzas. Okay, so that you will get an idea. However, we will just try to recollect what we have discussed. Okay, so the first 4 slokas of this Samsara Dhavanala song describes about the first sloka describes about how a material man can get himself get rid of the material forest fire that is being around him. Okay, so to get out of that, what he has to do? So it says that Guru is the one who can help you to get out of the forest fire which is around us. Okay, and the second sloka describes about how we have to meditate, how we have to do kirtana, with what kind of bhava, what kind of mood we have to chant and recite the holy names of Lord. Okay, and the third sloka describes about how a guru is so perfect in dressing Radha Krishna. How much they invest, how much time they invest in decorating Radha Krishna. Okay, how much he tries to take care of the archaka vigrahas, the murtis, the deities of Radha Krishna. Okay, and the fourth describes about the prasadam that is offered to the Lord. How much keenly the Guru prepares prasadam, the 4 types of prasadam that are offered to Radha Krishna. Okay, so these are the 4 things described in the first 4 stanzas of this Samsara Dhavanala song, and we will discuss the next 5 to 8 today. Okay, so before we discuss 5 to 8, I want to convey a important topic about the hierarchy of the Ashtasakis and Manjaris. Okay, so how many of you have heard about Ashtasakis and Manjaris? May I know? Okay, nice. Thank you. So those who have not heard about the Ashtasakis and Manjaris, let me give you some insight about them. So the hierarchy is like this. Okay, Radha Krishna, they exist always in their abode, which is on top of the cosmic manifestations, and that particular place is called as Goloka Vrindavan. It is called as Nitya Goloka Vrindavan. So they reside in that abode, Radha Krishna, and in that abode, they are being served by two categories of devotees. Okay, so the primary important category is Sakhi category, the Ashta Sakhi category. So there are eight uh, primary devotees of Radha Krishna who serve them. Okay, and under them there is another category who are called Manjaris. Okay, so they serve the Ashtasakis and Radha Krishna. Okay, like that. The hierarchy is there, and this Goloka Vrindavan is the place which is called a spiritual world, and we all who come into this parampara of Krishna Chaitanya, we all aim. I mean, we all aim to go and live with Lord in the Goloka Vrindavana. When we don't aim as such, but that is the highest target that that is being set. So we try to do our Raga Bhakti as much as possible, sincerely, and we just wait for the benediction of the Lord. If He blesses us with His association in Golok, that's great. Otherwise, we still continue to do the Bhakti. Okay. I request anybody to read this first 4 lines. Anybody who did not read yet.
Prabhu, can I read?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Sakhis and Manjaris. 1 minute. The Ashtashakhi are a group of 8 prominent gopis and close associates of the Radha Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavan. They are revered as goddesses and consorts of Krishna. According to the Padma Purana, the Ashtashakhi are the eternal female companions of Radha Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga, with whom they descended upon the earth from their celestial abode of Goloka.
Thank you, Mataji. Can anybody read the list of Ashtasakhi, which is the next 4 lines, the names of Ashtasakis?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I read?
Yeah, please go ahead, Priyanka Mataji.
List of Ashtasakhi includes Lalita, Vishaka, Champaklata, Chitra, Tungvidya, Indulekha, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. All of these 8 prominent gopis are regarded to be an expansion of Radha, the chief consort of Krishna. Age of Ashtasakhi is between 14 to 15 plus years. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. So these 8 Sakhis, they always engage themselves in serving Radha Krishna. They take enjoyment in arranging different things for Radha Krishna, and their age is 14 to 15, and they don't grow elder, nor they become younger. Okay, they stay in an age between 14 to 15 years. Okay, and these same Ashtasakis with whom Krishna descends when he want to perform his leelas on the earth. Okay, and the same gopis, the same Ashtasakis who also follow Krishna in doing Rasa Leela every day in Vrindavan. Okay, there is a place called Nidhivan. Okay. Even if you go today, you can visit that place. That place is very, very auspicious, and you might have heard about this place, the mysteries of this place. People tried to uncover the secrets of this place, but nobody could. Okay, that is the place where Radha Krishna daily they come and they do the Rasa Leela. Okay, and that place nobody is allowed to visit that place after 6:30 p.m. because that's the time when Radha Krishna they visit that place to do the Rasa Leela. I'm just trying to give you a little insight so that you will be aware of these important things, because the next 5 slokas which we are going to discuss, they also include this topic. Okay, that's the reason I'm trying to give you some inputs about them. Otherwise, if I keep on speaking about them, then you will not be aware of what I'm speaking. That's the reason. Okay, and I request anybody to read the next 3 lines from here, the Manjaris.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhu, go ahead.
The Manjaris are the maid servants of Srimati Radharani. Average eternal age is most 13 years. The nature of their pure love is the highest limit of selflessness. They are not independent lovers of Sri Krishna, but only wish to serve the divine couple together. That is their speciality.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. So, can anybody read the names of them?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Can I try, Prabhu?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Ananga Manjari, Guna Manjari, Karpura Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, Nitya Manjari, Prema Manjari, Raga Manjari, Rasa Manjari, Rati Manjari, Rupa Manjari, Shweta Manjari, Shyama Manjari, Vilasa Manjari, Vinoda Manjari, age of Manjari is 12 to 13 plus years. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you, Seema Thakur, Mataji. Wonderful. I'm blessed to see you in the class.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhu. It's my
Welcome.
pleasure to attend.
Thank you. So this is about Manjaris. So Manjaris are the maid servants of Srimati Radharani. So they serve Ashtasakis and Radharani. I mean, they help Ashtasakis, and their primary goal is to serve Radharani and Radha Krishna. Okay, and these Manjaris, they incarnate again and again to preach, propagate the knowledge and the pastimes of Radha Krishna. Like, most of our Vaishnavacharyas who come in the Gaudiya Parampara, they are incarnations of these Manjaris. Okay, so they propagate, they tell us their love of, they preach us the love of Radha Krishna. Okay, so maybe going further, you will be learning more about them. Okay, in your spiritual life with the Krishna consciousness. Okay, this is a little insight about them. Okay, now we will try to discuss the Samsara Davanala 5th sloka. Okay, so can anybody read the first 4 lines?
Can I read, Prabhu?
Yeah, please go ahead, Shanti.
Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura, who appeared in the middle of the 17th century, is a great spiritual master in the Krishna conscious chain of gurus and disciples. He says, one who with great care and alteration loudly recites this beautiful prayer to the spiritual master during the Brahma Muhurta obtains direct service to Krishna, the Lord of Vrindavana, at the time of his death.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mother. So this sloka is a wonderful composition of Srila Vishwanath Thakura, which gives us a benediction if we recite this sloka daily, which gives us a benediction of getting associated with Lord, okay, at the time of our death. Okay. So let us hear from the voice of Prabhupada how this sloka is recited. So let me know if you are unable to hear the sound. Okay, if you are able to hear the sound, no problem. Just listen to the sound. Okay. So was everybody able to hear the sound?
Yes,
That
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
okay? So Sri Radhika Madhavayora Para Madhurya Leela Gunarupana Nam Pratikshana Swadana Lulupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. So the last line is very easy to recite. You can try that. Okay. So can anybody read the translation of this sloka?
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please go ahead, Bhargavi Mataji.
A spiritual master is always eager to hear and chant about the unlimited conjugal pastimes of Radhika and Madhava and their qualities, names, and forms. The spiritual master aspires to relish this at every moment. I offer my respectful obeisances onto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master.
Okay, thank you, Matas. So here it is explained, a spiritual master is always eager to hear and chant about the unlimited conjugal pastimes of Radhika and Madhava. Okay, so as I said, we have our Acharya Parampara. Amongst the Acharya Parampara, there is one prominent Acharya who was the guru of Srila Prabhupada. He's Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So he before started preaching the Krishna consciousness to the people, he chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra for 1 billion times. So for 9 years of period, he did not do anything. He just sat in one particular place and he kept on chanting. He was chanting just like that. For 1 billion times, he chanted. So that much sweetness they find in chanting the holy name of Lord. And Srila Prabhupada, many times when he was giving the class, he used to get into ecstasy and he used to meditate upon the Leelas of Radharani. And Guru is one such person, who is always eager to share the same kind of knowledge to the people, to the material people as well, because he takes enjoyment in meditating, memorizing, and also sharing that to the material people to give them a chance to get out of this material world. So in fact, Srila Prabhupada, with a lot of struggles, he went to United States of America to preach the Krishna consciousness upon his guru's instructions, who is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So when he landed in United States, there was one place which is Boston, where he was there for some time, and with a lot of difficulty he was able to get visa. Okay, so this the place Boston where there was a couple who used to live, and this couple are like the male person, he is son of one of the friend of Prabhupada, and the female was US citizen. Okay, so they sponsored him visa, and by their sponsorship he visited United States in a ship, Jaladuta. For 1 month he traveled in the sea, over the sea, to reach United States. And after he reached and after he started living with them at Boston, like he's a Swamiji, Indian Swamiji, dressed up with the saffron robes and shaved head with the shika at the forehead, chanting always mantra. So kind of these foreigners, they might have not seen such a person with such attire. Okay, so this couple with whom he was living with, they thought of people around us may think that he's a suspicious person, he might cause some harm to us, like that they may think. So they thought of announcing about his whereabouts. Okay, so what they did is they called media. They arranged a press meet to announce that we have no relationship with this person. He's just a paying guest who is living with us, and he will be here for some time, and later on he will leave, like that. They want to announce to the public of that street wherever they were living, because they just wanted to they don't want to get into any kind of troubles caused by this person. They were thinking that Srila Prabhupada may cause some trouble, or if he causes some trouble to anybody, then that may come upon their head, like that they were thinking, and they arranged this press meet. And they told that about the Srila Prabhupada. They told that so this person whom you are seeing, who is living with us, he came from India, and so he will live here for some time, and he will leave this place, like that they were telling. And later on they told that he will introduce himself, and we don't have any close relationship with him, like that they told. Then Srila Prabhupada started talking. So Srila Prabhupada, from the time he visited, he landed in US, he was trying his best to somehow reach the people and wanted to tell about his mission. And Srila Prabhupada, he took that as an opportunity and he started saying that, my name is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I came from India. So we have temples all around the world. So I came here to, regarding a important mission to preach you all about the spiritual knowledge. Just like that, he started giving lecture. And these people, the US couple, they were looking at him like, they thought of just, they thought of telling that, we don't have any relationship with this person. But Prabhupada took that as an opportunity to introduce and advertise about his future mission. And everybody was, okay, Swamiji, so that is your mission. So when are you going to give classes, so when can we come and join? Like that, they asked. And Srila Prabhupada said, yeah, probably from next week, if you are interested, then I'll start classes so that we can discuss about the spiritual knowledge, the important knowledge that a humankind should learn about. The purpose of human life is that. Like that, he started saying. And slowly, people started coming and taking classes from him. And this couple, they were like, what we thought and what this person did. And slowly, they, went to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, our house is very small, we cannot accommodate your devotees here. Could you please, look after any other place like that? They told. And then, Srila Prabhupada communicate the same to his devotees who were attending the class. And they themselves, found out one place. And they started taking classes. So like this guru is very much eager to propagate the divine knowledge to the material people. And at the same time, they enjoy the rasa, the sweet feelings, the sweet bhava that they get by meditating upon the pastimes of Lord. Okay. So to such guru, that is the wonderful quality. If you are trying to find out any guru, if you are trying to surrender to any guru, you have to look these qualities within him. Is he always talking about Krishna consciousness or not? Is he eager to preach Krishna consciousness or not? Okay, so if a person possesses these qualities, then you can absolutely take shelter of that person. Okay, so my Guru Maharaj, he's always very much interested, eager to preach Krishna consciousness, to preach about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in fact, my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, so if you look at his condition, he's completely for so many years his health is not his health is not good at all. But still, he tries to preach, and from hospital also, there are some instances where from hospital also he gave initiation over online. Okay, and if you go to Mayapur daily in the evening, he gives class on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so though he's not well, though he's undergoing many health ailments, but still they don't stop. He don't stop giving. He don't stop talking about the pastimes of Lord, talking about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because for us pleasure means being healthy. Enjoying the material opulences, but for a guru, for a elevated spiritual master, the pleasure is discussing about the pastimes of Radha Krishna and about the Guru Parampara. So that's how they spend their life. Okay, and to such gurus, to that guru, we have to pay our obeisances. Okay, we have to say Vande Guru Sri Sharanarayan. So my dear Guru, you're always engaged in discussing about the pastimes of Srimati Radha, Sri Radha Krishna. So I submit myself to your lotus feet. So please engage me also in learning about Sri Radha Krishna pastimes. Like that, we have to pay obeisances to our Guru. That's what Srila Vishwanath Thakur is conveying in the 5th sloka of this Samsara Davanala song. So now let's understand the 6th sloka. So let's hear from Prabhupada's voice how this sloka should be recited. Okay. Anybody wants to try singing this sloka? Sorry. Anybody?
You want us to recite, Prabhu?
Yeah, please. I'm expecting. Yeah. Please recite, Mataji.
Nikunjayo narati keli sityai yayala bhir yukter se nyai tatrati dakshat ativallabhasya vande guru shri charanaravinda.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
So I request anybody to read the translation who did not read yet.
Translation: The spiritual master is very dear because he is expert in assisting the gopis, who at different times make different tasteful arrangements for the perfection of Radha and Krishna's conjugal loving affairs within the grooves of Vrindavana. I offer my most humble obeisances onto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. So as I said, the hierarchy, Radha Krishna, then Ashtasakis, then Manjaris, okay? And I told you that the Manjaris are the ones who incarnate as different acharyas, and they try to propagate, preach, share the knowledge of Krishna consciousness, how we have to meditate, how we have to meditate upon the Nitya Leelas of Radha Krishna. So in this sixth sloka, so you will be okay. So you'll be hearing a word Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai. So Nikunja means, so these are the Nikunja is a forest. Okay, so the forest groves of Vrindavan are called Nikunja. Okay. So till date, so in Vrindavan, Vrindavan is one such mysterious place which is so favorite to Lord. Okay, till date they perform the pastime, they perform the leelas in that place. Okay, as I was telling you about Nidhivan, like that there are many places. In fact, so people believe in such extent. And the belief is not wrong, it's correct, it's true, it happens. Okay, so it is been told to us by the acharyas. Acharyas are very, very exalted devotees. They have a divine vision. When they visit any auspicious place, when they visit any kind of place, they sit and meditate, and they will try to understand what happened there, what is going to happen there. And all this they will be able to understand, and they will let us know about the importance of such places. Okay. So in fact, today, if you, so what I'll tell you, the current situation of Vrindavan, how, and the belief system. So, Yogi Adityanath, right? Uttar Pradesh CM, okay? So, how many of you know about him, Yogi Adityanath? Yeah, most of them. Okay. Okay, nice. So what they decided is Vrindavan is the pilgrims visit is increasing day by day. So last time when we visited, it was like huge crowd. If you go to Vrindavan on weekends, you won't be able to stand and take peaceful darshan of Lord in any of the temple. It's such a huge crowd you'll be facing. Okay. Okay. So, but the place is congested, so narrow streets you will find. Okay. So what Yogi Adityanath government thought of is that, they thought of making it as a spiritual corridor, like they made it in Varanasi, right? Lord Shiva's temple, Lord Vishweshwara's temple. So like that, they thought of making this Vrindavan as also a spiritual corridor. And there is one important temple in. There are many. There are 7 most important temples which are been established by the acharyas. Okay. One amongst them is Banke Bihari temple. How many of you heard about this Banke Bihari temple? Okay, right. So Banke Bihari, Krishna stands in a Tribhanga form. Okay, and one deity will see, but that one deity is a Yugala Rupa of Radha and Krishna together. Okay, so this Banke Bihari temple is so famous that whoever visits the Vrindavan, it is said that if one visited Vrindavan, if it doesn't take Banke Bihari's darshan, then it's useless of visiting to Vrindavan. Like that, it is said. So what they thought of is, since this temple is heavily crowded every day, so they thought that they thought of making from that temple they thought of taking some 2, 3, 5 kilometers radius area, and they thought of developing it. Okay. However, the local aides, what they started opposing is that these places, these gullies, the Nikunja gullies are Nitya Leela gullies, Nitya Leela places of Radha Krishna. We don't allow you to construct or develop any material constructions over here, because we don't want to disturb the Leelas of Radha. And they have filed a case in the Supreme Court, and the case is still going on. So that strong belief that the people at Vrindavan has, that Krishna still till date he comes with Radharani, Ashtasakis and Manjaris and performs the Leelas. Okay. And this Banke Bihari temple, how it came into existence, I'll tell you. How many of you know the history of Banke Bihari? Okay. 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 Okay, thank you, Shiva Mudeshi Prabhu. So, yes, it was, Banke Bihari came into existence because of Haridas Thakur. But this Haridas Thakur and our Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur are different. Okay. So, one day, Haridas Thakur, okay, so Haridas Thakur, there was a great Acharya whose name was Haridas. Okay, Haridas Thakur. He was so pure devotee of Krishna. He started meditating at that place. Okay, and when he was meditating on the Leelas of Krishna. Okay, when he was meditating, soon a deity came and fell in his lap. Okay. And this deity is a childhood deity of Krishna, and this deity consists of Radha Krishna together. Okay, only pure devotees will be able to see the Yugala Kishore, the Radha Krishna in that one particular deity. Okay, so after that deity appeared to Haridas Thakur, they installed it and they built this Banke Bihari temple. Okay, this deity in this temple is not sculptured by any human being. It appeared Swayambhu, it is said. Okay, so that deity was installed, and in fact, this deity, in this temple, there are no timings in this temple. Okay, if you go to any Hindu temple, you will see that early morning, before in the Brahmi Muhurt, or at least at 6 a.m. they open the temple, and they try to do the different sevas to the Lord. However, in this temple, they open. There is no such time. They open it their own wish, their own will. Like they may open at 8, they may open at 9. Okay, because in this temple, Krishna is considered as a small child. Like small child, when they sleep, they get up at their own time, right? So for them there is no time. Okay, so in the same way they treat Krishna, and if there was huge crowd in the earlier day, then they open it little late, because Krishna, they think that Krishna might have got tired giving darshan to so many people, so like that they open the temple in their own time. Okay. So, and people, there was one Vaishnavacharya who visited this temple one time, and and he, looking at the deity, he started crying, tears started falling from his eyes, and he left the temple. And soon he left, the deity of Yugalakishore followed him, and people were stunned, they were shocked to see no deity in the altar. They were like, searching here and there who stole the deity, like that, and one acharya, he came and he told that, oh, try to find out, was there any person who came and cried over here? And people were telling, yeah, there was one person who came and he was crying here, and like that people told. And then this acharya, he told that, just try to follow him, and see that the deity will be following him. And they went and they found that the deity was following him. So that's the reason what they do till date. What they do is they don't keep the altar open always. For every 1-2 minutes or 5 minutes, they close the curtain and they open the curtain. So till date, it is believed that whoever goes to Bhanke Bihari temple and cries in front of Bhanke Bihari, he will follow them. That's the reason people carry a small Laddu Gopal, and they go with the Laddu Gopal to their home. So such secret pastimes happen in the places of Nikunja, the Nikunja gullies, Nikunja forests. Okay. And the acharyas, they serve, it is said that in this loka, it is said that assisting the gopis who at different times make different tasteful arrangements for the perfection of Radha and Krishna's conjugal loving affairs within the grooves of Vrindavan. Okay, so we were discussing about Haridas Thakur. So one day what happened, there was a rich person, and this Haridas Thakur was the spiritual master of Tansen, who was the court musician of Akbar. Okay, so such great is this person. Even Akbar, being a coming from a different religion, he was a devotee of Haridas Thakur. Okay, because such beautifully Haridas Thakur used to play kirtans and sing the pastimes of Radharani. One day, Akbar requested Tansen to take him to Haridas Thakur to listen the songs sung by Haridas Thakur. Such famous is Haridas Thakur. So one day, a rich man, he visited Haridas Thakur, and he bought a costly perfume with him. And he gifted this perfume to Haridas Thakur. He kept in front of Haridas Thakur. And this rich man was expecting that, the aroma, the smell of this perfume is so nice that, Maharaj may accept it. But soon, Haridas Thakur, what he did, he just took that perfume and he threw it into the grooves of the forest, and he just threw it into some trees existing there. And this person was shocked to see, with a lot of efforts and with by investing so much money, I brought this costly perfume, and this, Maharaj, he without looking at the worth of this perfume, he just threw it somewhere. How can he do that? Like that, this person was upset, but he could not question him back. Maharaj, why did you do like that? Because he cannot question. He is an exalted personality. So with a lot of fear and upset, he left the Maharaj's place and he went to Bhanke Bihari temple. Okay. And there he found some chain of acharyas, chain of pure devotees who were sitting in front of the Bhanke Bihari temple. This happened somewhere, close to 450 years back. Okay. They were sitting and they were in a meditation. They were chanting and they were meditating upon the Leelas of Radha Krishna. And one devotee, he asked another devotee, so what are you visualizing? What are you meditating upon? Like that, the other devotee was asking the one of the acharya who was sitting and meditating upon this Leelas. So he started replying that, I am seeing that Radha Krishna along with the gopis and manjaris, along with other gopalas, they are playing holy. Okay. And Krishna left with no holy, no color, not in his hand. And they are trying to find out something. He's trying to find out something to pour on Radharani. And somebody immediately went and brought a perfume, costly perfume, and gave it to Krishna. And that he poured on Radharani. Like that, this Acharya was telling to other devotee. And this person who took effort to bring that perfume, he was so happy. He went to Maharaj and he took his blessings. Okay. And so such extent they go to. In fact, in our parampara, there is one Acharya, okay, who comes, who he also was how many of you heard about Shamananda Pandit, Shamananda Gupta? Anybody? Okay, Shiva Muddeshi Prabhu. Nice. Okay. So, Prabhu, do you know how did he get the name Shamananda? Shiva Muddeshi Prabhu?
Prabhuji was crying and weeping and used to do seva in the temple. And there he found the Nupur of Radharani.
Yes.
And Lalita Sakhi, she comes and she says, "Ki this is mine." But he recognizes it that no, this is Radharani's Nupur.
Yes.
So people used to tell him, I think Dukhi Krishna or something. And after he got blessed with the Nupur, and then he was named as Shyamananda Prabhu.
Nice.
Bits and pieces I know, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing whatever you know. Yeah, so in our parampara, there is one acharya called Shamananda Pandit. Okay, so his previous name was Dukhi Krishnadas. Always, he underwent many struggles. So people named him as Dukhi Krishnadas. So he was the disciple. He was serving Jiva Goswami. So there are 6 Goswamis in our parampara who are prominent. Okay, amongst them, Jiva Goswami is one of the prominent Goswami. So Goswami means, Go means senses, Swami means master. Those who keep their senses under their control, they are named as Goswamis. Okay, there are 6 such Goswamis in our parampara who are very prominent. Amongst them is Jiva Goswami. So his disciple was Shamananda Pandit. So he used to, pursue spiritual life under the instructions of Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami gave him a service of watering the trees in the Vrindavan, the Nikunja forest. Okay. So one day he was watering. So one day he slept. Shamananda Gupta, he slept and he had a dream that Krishna along with the gopis was doing rasa dance. Okay. While doing the dance, Srimati Radharani's anklet, the Nupur, fell down at one place. Okay, and without noticing that, all of them left. Soon the sun raised. Okay, then Shamananda Gupta also, he woke up from sleep and he thought that he had a wonderful dream. Okay, and he again started doing his service, watering the trees. And when he was watering the trees, he found a beautiful Nupur anklet at one of the pomegranate tree. It was shining, with a costliest jewel, the diamond, which is called Indranil diamond, which is studded in that ankle. So you won't be able to find such costliest diamond in the material world. So he was shocked to see that he was trying to memorize, but he was unable to memorize the complete dream. So he was holding that Nupur, and he was trying to he was meditating upon that. And soon one woman, she came in a disguise, who is Lalita Sakhi, who is one of the chief Sakhi of Radharani. She came and she asked him to return that, and that belongs to her daughter-in-law. She came in a disguise of elderly mother, and she was asking to return that, Nupur, which belongs to her daughter-in-law. But Dukhi Krishnadas, he was able to sense the divinity of that particular anklet, because when he was holding it, and when he kept it on his head, he felt like, at once he started feeling the ecstasy, the loving ecstasy of Krishna and Radha, whatever ecstasy that we get when we hear to the pastimes of Radharani. So that he was feeling. Okay, so he soon understood that this particular jewel doesn't belong to any normal human being. And then he started questioning that lady that, now tell me, to whom this jewel belonged. Then she was saying, no, it's my daughter-in-law's jewel, like that she was telling. But he said, no, it cannot be your daughter-in-law's. It cannot belong to any normal human being, because I can sense the divinity of that. Then, she took her to Radharani, who was also in a disguise, and they were conversing, and then Radharani revealed her real identity. Then Shamananda Pandit, who was also one of the incarnation of one of the Manjari, and Radharani revealed her secret to him. And then she told to Dukhi Krishnadas that, so you are none other than one of my Manjari. Okay, so you were very clever in understanding that this doesn't belong to a normal human being. You recognized it, that it is mine, like that she was talking to Dukhi Krishnadas. And then, Radharani gifted him a deity. Okay, and this deity is a manifestation of the same innermost picture of Krishna, which is in the heart of Radharani. And this deity was gifted to Shamananda Pandit, Dukhi Krishnadas. Okay, and this deity there is a temple called Radha Shamasundar, and this deity was installed, and a temple was built, and that temple is named as Radha Shamasundar. So beautiful deity of Vrindavan temples. Okay, and from then onwards, Radharani told that, you will be called as Shamananda, because you have you got an eligibility of getting the Shamasundar deity, like that. And this Shamananda Pandit, he took the ankle of Radharani, and he just put it on his forehead, and the print of that ankle fell on his face. And from that day onwards, there is one particular sampradaya came into exist, who meditates, who upon Radharani. Okay, the footprint of Radharani has been printed on his forehead. Okay, so like we put a tilak like this. The tilak that we put is the foot of Krishna. This is the foot of Krishna. Upon the foot of Krishna, we apply tulsi leaf. This is called tulsi leaf. Okay, so that is the story of this tilak that we wear. But the devotees who follow the Shamananda Sampradaya, they will only have a foot till here. They don't have this, tulsi, because that foot is the Radharani, the imprint of Radharani's foot. Okay, so a separate Sampradaya started, which is also prominent. And when you go to Vrindavan, you can visit this temple, Shamsundar temple, very beautiful deity. Okay, so such extent, such strength is the spiritual potency of these acharyas who meditate upon, and all our parampara, all our acharyas who come into the Gaudiya Parampara, they meditate, they, are none other than Manjaris who serve Radharani in the Goloka, and they come into existence to, give the knowledge to us. Okay. So that's what the importance of the second Nikunja Yon Varatikeli Siddha Yayalibir. They involve everybody, Apekshaniya. They always eager affection. They have that strong desire to serve the Manjaris, Satrati Dakshat. And Dakshat means, they are so expert in serving the Radharani, Krishna. Okay. Guru is so expert, in serving the Radharani, Radha Krishna, and Ashtasakis. Okay, and that's how they become so near and dear to Radha Krishna. Ati Vallabhasya. Vallabhasya means so dear and near and dear to Krishna. Okay, so that's about the sixth sloka of the Gurvastakam. Okay, so now we will try to understand something about the seventh shloka of the Gurvastakam. So far, are you able to follow me? Is that too heavy, or is it good, or enjoying, informative, knowledgeable? May I understand? May I know some comments?
It's very knowledgeable, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for enlightening us about this.
It's very knowledgeable, interesting, and very, very nice to hear Gurvashtakam from you, Prabhuji.
So, I mean, the sweet pastimes, are they, sharing the sweetness with you as well?
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji. Thank you
such
so
a
much,
depth
Prabhuji.
knowledge. Thank you so much.
So let's, try to understand something about the seventh. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. So let's hear from Prabhupada. So can anybody read the translation? Anybody who did not read yet? Krishna Rao Prabhu, for a long time seeing that you raised your hand. You want to read, Prabhu? Krishna Rao Prabhu?
I will read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mother.
The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledgement in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respects, obeisance unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice. So the spiritual master is a true representative of Krishna. He should be honored in such a way that, how we honor the God, how we honor God. He's not, spiritual master is not God, but he is eligible to get honored as equal as God. Like, you might have listened a famous Sanskrit sloka from the time you are a child. Okay. How many of you have read this, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Yes, Prabhu.
So though it doesn't come out in our parampara, but it explains that Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Brahma, Guru is Shiva, Guru is everything. Guru is the the high unmanifested form also. Okay, like that Guru should be honored in our Gaudiya parampara, in our ISKCON parampara, Vaishnava parampara. So Guru is honored with very high accord. If you go to any of our temple, so you'll be seeing a separate altar for Guru, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the Radha, Radha Krishna, Radha Gopinath, Radha Shyam Sundar, then other deities. It may be in some temples it will be Nrsimhadev, some temples it will be Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai, different. So in our Sampradaya, we honor Guru at par with God. However, side by side, not Guru is not God. Guru doesn't convey a wrong message that he is God. He says that I am a servant of God. Okay, so there is one famous Acharya whose name is Kulashekar Alvar. So he was a great king, belongs to Kerala. So he composed a Sanskrit sloka that so he said that let me become a servant. He servant of servant of servant of servant. Tad brutya brutya paricharika brutya 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 saitimam smara Lokanatha. Hey Lokanatha, hey the Lord of the complete lokas, let me become servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of you. So he being a emperor, once upon a time he was an emperor. Okay, he said that let me become a servant of servant of servant. If such a great emperor wants to become a servant of servant of servant, then what are we, normal people? We should also try to become the true servant of servant of servant. So if somebody who doesn't understand this philosophy, they may feel like see, what is this, all that we are trying to become a servant. They may take it so lightly, because one thing one should understand, that if you don't serve Lord or his devotees, you'll be serving somebody else. No matter whatever you become in this material world, you may be a CEO, COO, or a chairperson of a company, but still you will be serving. Okay, so you may start arguing with me, I don't serve anybody, everybody serves me only. I'm the boss of a topmost company in the world, but still he will be serving his senses. Whatever his senses urge him, he will try to provide them, accommodate them with that. It may be a false ego, it may be the different material enjoyments, but one or other way, we will be servant, but we don't recognize that we are servant. One day what happened, there was a exalted rishi. Okay, he was doing meditation. It happened in India, so maybe you might be knowing this story. Okay, so Alexander visited this person. Okay, and he did not stood up when Alexander came, so that made him irate. Alexander was upset that he's not respecting him. Then Alexander came to this person, Rishi, and he started questioning, who are you, what are you doing in my kingdom, who is not respecting me like that. He was questioning this Rishi, and this person, spiritually exalted, he says that I am master of your master of you, he says like that. I mean, you are the servant of my servant, so I am the master of you, he says. Then Alexander becomes shocked, and he asks, what are you talking? What nonsense are you talking? How can I be servant of you? Explain me. If you don't explain me properly, then your head is gone, like that, Alexander says. Then this Rishi says, you are serving your krodha, anger. And the anger that you are expressing is servant of him. Though you are, talking to me so irrespectively, so harshly, but I am not getting into anger. I am just in my mood with so peace. Then, so it's nothing but, anger is my servant. And you are serving him, you are becoming so anger on me. That means that, you are becoming anger. That means you are serving my servant. Like that, he explains. And Alexander becomes, he realizes that, I cannot debate or argue with this person because he's so spiritually exalted. Then Alexander accepted, yes, I am your servant of servant. So my dear Guru, please teach me something so that, I can get rid of this anger. Like that, we are servant of some or other thing in this material world. We have to understand that if you clearly observe, you may be boss, but still you will be serving somebody. Okay. You may be head of your family, but still you will be serving either your senses or your family members by providing them with different kind of appliances. Or you may be, a superstar in films, still you will be serving, your lust. Okay, so that's the reason, instead of becoming servant of these worst things in this material world, it's better to become a servant of Lord, where you will enjoy the bliss of Lord. Okay, so Krishna, he takes enjoyment in serving his devotees. It is not that, he is one supreme person who always wants all of them to become his slaves. No, he never reciprocates in that way. He reciprocates with a servitorship towards you if you become servant of him. So that is the philosophy that we need to understand. And there are some acharyas who are very, very, confidential, very, very, what we said, trustworthy to the Lord. So once what happened, how many of you been to Jaipur? Anybody? Okay. So Jaipur is a place where, the actual deities of Vrindavan are, hidden to rescue them from the Mughal kings. Okay, so in Jaipur there is one such temple called Radha Govind temple, Radha Gopinath. Okay, yeah, so most of the deities from the original deities of Vrindavan are at Jaipur. Okay, so in Vrindavan, except Radharaman, most of the deities are in Jaipur. Okay, so in Jaipur there is one such temple called Radha Govind temple. This temple was under the guardianship of one of the ruler. Okay, so this happened somewhere around 200-300 years back. Okay, so this Jaipur king was guarding this temple. He was taking care of the daily sevas of the temple. Okay, however, the priest in this temple he belongs from a different sampradaya, which is Sri Sampradaya, which is also, very close to our Vaishnava Sampradaya. It's like, brothers, see the Madhava and, the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya and Sri Sampradaya is like, co-brothers, we can say. Still, but they worship Lakshmi Narayan. Okay, we worship Radha Krishna. Okay, however, same Lord, but because of different, pastime, different leelas. Okay, so the Lord takes different names. So Radha Krishna is Madhurya Bhav, Lord Lakshmi Narayan is Aishwarya Bhav. So the priest in this Radha Govind temple was comes from a parampara of Sri Sampradaya. They worship Lakshmi Narayan. So this priest started complaining to king that, we don't want to worship Radha Govind. So there is no much proofs about Srimati Radharani in the scriptures, Bhagavatam, like that. So hence, we don't believe that we will worship only Lakshmi Narayan. So instead of Radha Govind, we will install Lakshmi Narayan deities and we'll start worshipping like that. This priest was telling to the Jaipur king, and Jaipur king, he got initiated. He took diksha from our sampradaya, Brahma Madhava sampradaya. So he immediately, what he did, he informed, he sent, he told to the priest that give me some time, let me, try to do something. Please give me something. He took some time from that priest who want to, remove Radha and Govind the deities and install Lakshmi Narayan deities. Then, this king, he immediately sent one of his servant to Srila Vishwanath Thakur, okay, asking him to come and argue with this person and let this person understand how important is Radha Krishna, and let this person understand the prominence. Sorry. Thank you. So the king was not good enough. Thank you. So the king was not good enough to argue and show the proofs, prominent proofs to this priest, so that he doesn't touch Radha Govinda deities. Then he communicated to Srila Vishwanath Thakur. By that time, Srila Vishwanath Thakur was so elder, so he became so old that, he cannot move from one place to another. So Vishwanath Thakur's very, very, trustworthy disciple was Baladev Vidyabhushan. So he comes under our parampara. So there was one Acharya called Baladev Vidyabhushan. So he asked Baladev Vidyabhushan to go and discuss with that priest and make him understand about the importance of Radha Krishna, the true love of Radha Krishna, so that he doesn't touch. Then Baladev Vidyabhushan, he immediately came to Jaipur. He started, arguing with this priest. Somehow he presented the proofs, and he tried to convince them, and the proofs were absolutely perfect from Bhagavatam, different Brahma Vaivarta Puran, different Puranas and all those. However, they were not ready to accept that. They said that, if you are coming from, the proofs are okay. However, if you want to serve Radha Govind, you should come from a prominent parampara. Like we are, our parampara is Ramanuja parampara. So for our parampara, in our parampara, we have translations. Our acharyas did translation to Vedanta Sutras, Bhagavad Gita, and so scriptures. So if in Kali Yuga, if anybody wants to establish a parampara or a philosophy, or a sampradaya, that parampara should translate Brahma Sutras, and there are some Vedanta Sutras, Bhagavad Gita, okay, with their philosophy, and they have to present it. Then only they will be called as prominent sampradaya. So this priest, he asked Baladev Vidyabhushan, show me those translations if you have. Then I'll believe that yours is a authentic sampradaya. Then till that time there were no translations happened in our parampara. Then Baladev Vidyabhushan, what he did, he asked some time, give me some time. If you ask me immediately, then I won't be able to, but give me some time, then I'll translate and I'll present it in front of you, like that. He took some time. And then they gave him time of, like, some says 3 months, some says 3 days. Okay. However, they gave him some time, which was not sufficient enough to translate such a huge scriptures. Okay. So in fact, like there are lakhs of slokas. If it is said that there are 4 lakhs slokas in Vedantas. And like in Bhagavatam itself, there are 18,000 slokas. Okay. So there are n number of slokas to be translated, and that was, we had very less time, which is not possible to translate. However, Baladev Vidyabhushan, he went in front of Radha Govind and he just started praying them, my dear Radha Govind, see, I am in a tough situation wherein I won't be able to translate, and I am sure that I will be defeated in front of them. If I get defeated, then you won't be here. So you take care of yourself. Like that, Baladev Vidyabhushan, he expressed his inability to Lord. And then after that, next day, Baldev Vidyabhushan, that night when Baldev Vidyabhushan he slept, then Radha Govind he came into his dream and he said, "My dear Baldev, who can defeat you? I am there to help you in narrating, translating the stories. I'll narrate, I'll dictate, you translate." Like that, Radha Govind told. And next day he started translating the scriptures upon the dictation of Radha Govind himself. And when he was translating, there was a huge rain, but there was no rain falling on him where he was sitting. Okay. Within short period, within the given time, he was able to present the scriptures in front of that priest who is from another Sampradaya. Then, they recognized this Sampradaya, Brahma Madhav Sampradaya, as a prominent Sampradaya, which has a potency, which comes with a potency of translation to all the required scriptures. Okay. And then they allowed to worship Radha Govind. And from that day onwards, Baldev Vidyabhushan, he named the deities as Radha Vijaya Govind Dev. Okay. And so this shows that, Lord shares his knowledge with his trustworthy, confidential devotees only. Okay. So that Guru, who is very confident to Lord himself, whom we have to take shelter of. Okay, and this our Bhagavad Gita, you might be seeing many Bhagavad Gitas in the market. Okay, but our Bhagavad Gita, which has been translated by, which has been written by Srila Prabhupada, it comes with a tagline of Bhagavad Gita as it is. Why it is written as it is because the most of the commentaries in our Bhagavad Gita as it is are being inspired from the Baladeva Vidyabhushan's Bhagavad Gita translations, which are direct dictation to Baladev Vidyabhushan from the Radha Govind. So that is the reason Prabhupada named with a courage that it is as it is, the heart of Krishna. And Prabhupada, in fact, he mentions on the first page of our Bhagavad Gita that this entire Bhagavad Gita is dedicated to Baladev Vidyabhushan. So this Baladev Vidyabhushan is the disciple of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So that's how they were able to give breath to our parampara. Okay, so and to that gurus who are coming in authentic parampara, so such trustworthy gurus to whom we have to become disciple, to whom we have to submit ourselves to their lotus feet, then our life will become successful. Then we will be able to understand the knowledge. So there are many speculators who read Bhagavad Gita, but all of them doesn't get a chance of understanding the philosophy, the love of Radha, Krishna, the love of Krishna. Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita that Bahunam Janmanam Antya Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. He says after many births, one will get chance to listen about Krishna, Vasudeva, and after many births, that person will get into a determination that Vasudeva is everything. Okay, such people are very rare, like that Krishna says. So if you all are able to hear about Krishna, that means that after many lives of you are getting a chance to hear about Krishna. So please understand this and try to become very good servants of your gurus, whomsoever you choose to. Okay, so like my guru is His Grace Vardha Krishna Prabhu. Okay, so you can also choose your Sikshana gurus, your Diksha gurus, and once you choose such person, such guru, then try to become a very humble servant of him. Then you will understand the true love of Radha Krishna. Okay, so that's what the next sloka of this Gurvashtakam conveys. Okay, it says that by the benediction of Guru. So the next sloka says, Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasadav Yasya aprasadan nagati kuntopi dhyayanstu vamstasya yasya stri sandhyam vande guru shri charanara vindam. Okay, can anybody read the translation?
I can read, Prabhu.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least 3 times a day, I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master.
Thank you, Prabhu. So this particular Gurvashtakam can be recited 3 times a day. So with the mercy of Guru only, we can advance in Krishna consciousness. So in fact, it happened, it proved as well. Okay, when Prabhupada was there, there were many, people who joined Krishna consciousness, and Prabhupada gave the responsibility of Krishna consciousness to 12 prominent devotees of him. They are called GBC, Governing Body Commission. Okay, and they gave him a responsibility, and they suggested others to follow them, their instructions. However, when Prabhupada left, most of them, they left ISKCON, but these 12 prominent acharyas, keeping the word of Prabhupada, keeping the vow that they gave to Prabhupada, they stood like rocks, and they built ISKCON with such so they built ISKCON with a strong foundation that nobody can touch it, nobody can try to shake it. Okay, and these 12 gurus, once they become so famous, they did not forget of the remaining people who were there with them when the Prabhupada was there. In fact, our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, he appointed a separate team to find out the left devotees, the devotees who left ISKCON when they were there in the beginning. Okay, when they were there in the when Prabhupada was there. So there is a separate team who are in search of those devotees. They wanted to bring back those devotees and give them a wonderful opportunity, platform to continue their spiritual life again. So like that, Guru is so merciful that if you do little service, if you do little service of whatever it may be, whether it may be listening to his lectures or listening, reading his books, or doing some temple service, or whatever it may be, if you do little service to him, he will shower mercy on you, so that you will become good enough to receive the mercy of Radha and Krishna. Okay, in fact, there is a strong haunting question to most of the people who come into spiritual life. That question is like, why good things will happen to good people? Why good people are suffering? Why can't God do good to good people? Like that, these kind of questions haunt so many people who come into spiritual life. But one thing you have to understand, they are good people, but not Guru guided people. So those who take the guidance of Guru, and those who try to lead their material and spiritual life according to the instructions of Guru, they don't suffer at all. Even if suffering, miseries attack them, they will get strength to overcome them. Okay? Such is the mercy of Guru. In fact, in my beginning of my spiritual life, I had some issues with my life partner, where I discussed with my Guru. He suggested me, be patient, you have to be like this in such and such a situation. Like that, he guided me a lot. my Sikshana Guru. Then I followed his instructions. Then, eventually my family life has become peaceful. Even my wife supports Krishna consciously, because, not everybody will have that inclination towards Krishna consciousness. It is some blessing that, you had some good deed or some, seva you did to some Vaishnavacharya in your previous life. That's how you got in touch with Krishna consciousness. Don't waste this opportunity. And it may not happen with your family members, but still, if you are practicing, they may start complaining, they may start discouraging you. However, you have to be very bold towards them, very, very humble towards them, and try to convey them. Or if they are not convincing, you have to do your own things, but you have to let them do their own things. Okay, like that. How to manage that? You have to take guidance of Guru. Okay, so I always take guidance of my Sikshana Guru, His Grace Vardha Krishna Prabhu, and we have His Grace Srivas Ras Bihari Prabhu. Any activity, any service that would do, any hurdle that we are undergoing in my life, I take their guidance. And that guidance they will provide only when you show the sincerity, only when you show discipline. Okay, discipline in listening to them, discipline in establishing connection with them. So that's how they will get impressive towards you, and they will give time to for you to talk to them and understand about you, what is going on with your life, all these things. Okay, so that's what I want to convey. Talk about these slokas. So I request all of you to try learning this Gurvashtakam, which is very, very beautiful, melodious Vaishnava Gita. Okay, so you'll definitely like when you start learning this Vaishnava Gita. Okay, such wonderful melodious tune it has and meaning it has. Okay, so please practice. Okay, so that's all. I want to stop here today. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, can ask. Yes, Anita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Diksha Guru means what and Shiksha Guru means what?
Okay, so
where can I get this from? Like I'm having a doubt. Who am I first? Who am I? I'm not Anita or not anything else. So as you know, I'm suffering a lot. So now I understood that who am I? Where is my recognition? Where to go? To whom I should surrender? Like, of course, I surrendered to Krishna, but where should I get this Shiksha and Diksha? All. Please, can you guide me, Prabhuji? Can you tell me something?
Sure, Mataji. Since you're been, associating with us for almost a couple of years, am I right, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Years.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you're attending many classes. All these classes are being, directed by His Grace Vardha Krishna Prabhu. So my suggestion, you can consider Vardha Krishna Prabhu, His Grace Vardha Krishna Prabhu as your Sikshana Guru, who gives you teaching. I learned it from him. Okay, and I act under his direction. He says what to do, what to speak, how the classes should be. So I consider him as my Sikshana Guru. You can also consider him as Sikshana Guru. And Sikshana Guru, you can have multiple Sikshana Gurus also. Okay, so it's not that Vardha Krishna Prabhu, he never insists us that you have to listen to me only. If you listen to anybody else, you're not my student at all. Like that, he never says. He says, you have that liberty to listen to anybody who is a disciple of Prabhupada. Okay, you can have multiple Sikshana Gurus, but be in touch with one particular person so that you will have that personal connection. Okay, so you can consider. So the difference between Diksha Guru and Sikshana Guru is Diksha Guru is basically sannyasi who gives Diksha, who initiates you into a prominent sampradaya, so that you can pursue your spiritual life. Once you get initiated to the prominent sampradaya, particular parampara, then he will take care of your deliverance to back to Godhead. Okay, so that person is Diksha Guru. Okay, and Sikshana Guru, who is also disciple of Diksha Guru, he doesn't initiate you, but he gives you inputs. He shares you knowledge. He teaches you how you have to behave, how you have to learn Shastras, what is the meaning of Shastras, what is the, the different analysis of the spiritual knowledge. He teaches us, Sikshana Guru. Okay. So Sikshana Gurus can be multiple Sikshana Gurus because you're just trying to learn from different people who are from the authentic Sampradaya. However, Diksha Guru can be only one person. And when you try to establish good connection with Sikshana Guru, he will guide you whom you can select as your Diksha Guru. Okay, like that, in the beginning, we had a doubt to select who as my Diksha Guru. Then Vardha Krishna Prabhu guided us. He, told us how to select. And he, he connected us to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Okay. So like that, as in when you build good relationship, they will help you getting connected to prominent Diksha Guru. Is that clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. And another one more question, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
That our Guru Maharaj, Pataka Maharaj, Swamiji is there, no?
Yes.
How, after giving initiation, as you said, Prabhuji, in the last session, after giving initiation, he has, his health was worse. I mean, it went back again.
Yeah.
And how he is going to come again to the real health, I mean, sound health? How will he come?
Yeah, treatment is going on, Mataji, but he never desires to become healthy again.
Healthy.
His only desire is that, serve Krishna, preach Krishna consciousness to people. Okay. So for that purpose only, he desires to have healthy, become healthy. But for them, whether healthy or unhealthy, it doesn't matter. Okay. So as we think that, for us, the health is a biggest concern with which, which we think that, we are healthy, then only we can do anything. But for a personality like, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, for them it is just just like any other thing, not so important. Okay. So there are many instances where he exhibited that feeling, but later on we can discuss. Okay.
Prabhuji, another question, Prabhuji.
Yes,
can anyone, if anyone wants to ask any question, I'll ask later, Prabhuji.
Okay. So anybody has any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Gurvashtakam, we generally sing once in the morning only, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yes.
No, you were saying we can sing 3 times a day like that.
Yeah, because it
Based
is
on
said, it is said in the sloka itself. Yeah, Yasya Prasadan Bhagat Prasado. Trisandhyam it said. Trisandhyam, there are three sandhyas, okay? Like one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. Okay. If you can sing 3 times. If you cannot, just sing one day, one time.
Okay. It's not to wake up Guru, right?
No,
Like
it's the
that.
glorification of Guru. It is we're expressing our gratitude, glorifying Guru, and paying our humble obeisances to him. That's what the sloka conveys the meaning. So we cannot I cannot be a scholar in glorifying my Guru. So that's the reason I use Srila Vishwanath Thakura's composition to glorify my Guru. So my Guru is so humble. He accepts my glorification, even though it is not composed by me.
Yes, Prabhu. In the introduction slide, I think it was mentioned that it is very good to recite this in the Brahma Muhurta.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, prominently it should be recited in the morning, Brahmi Muhurta. If you cannot, you can recite in the mid of the day or in the evening time. Generally, most of them they try to recite in the morning only. But I'm telling, so all of us may not have such convenient time to get up early in the morning. We are involved in such corporate jobs. We don't know when we log in, when we log out. Okay, so sometimes log in and log out will have a gap of only 5-10 minutes only. Okay, so you will have to extend your shifts, overnights also, 24 hours or sometimes you may have to. So that's the reason, you can take chance. As long as you have convenience to recite in the morning, do it. If not, do recite it any other time.
When we do before puja at 9 in the morning, I used to have doubt whether we should be singing this now or not, because we already crossed at Brahma Muhurtam.
Yeah, it's okay, Prabhu, no problem. Because as I said, we don't have convenience time. Instead of completely living, completely not singing, it's better to sing it once at any time. Okay. So that you will not.
When we I mean, we are not, many of us are not initiated, so we should sing it for Prabhupada, right, Prabhu?
Yes, sing it for Prabhupada.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Welcome. Anybody has any other questions? Okay. So I hope nobody has any other questions. So Anita Mataji, you have any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I wanted to ask about the book marathon is going on, right? So where should we contact to buy the books or donate the books? And one more thing is, as a beginner, which Srila Prabhupada books we should start reading? We asked in the previous